I was very angry at her. I've known her a very long time. I feel very betrayed by her. I was angry. I was angry and I was hurt. And I wanted her to know that I was angry and hurt. And I didn't think a lot of tears would help that. I just thought letting her know what I felt.
You trusted your child with this woman.
I've trusted that woman with my child since the day he was born.
He's still a proud mom.
And she's been there. I've known her. We met at prom, at high school prom. And we have been friends ever since. And for her to do something like that was shocking. And no one expected it. But nobody lets her get off on trying to blame everyone else. She chose her own actions. She made her own decisions. She made her bed, and now she will lie in it for, I believe the judge said, the rest of her natural life.
You think it's fair?
No, I don't think it's fair. I don't. I'm not happy with the rest of her natural life. I don't think it's enough, because our kids are going to live with this for the rest of their natural life.
During the question, the portion where you could make your comments, you hammered her verbally, calling her a monster at one point. Do you think any of it cracked that ice at all?
No. I've known her for enough years to look at her face and know what she was thinking, and she didn't hear a word that I said.
What was it like to listen to her blame somebody else for all of this?
It was infuriating. At one point, she actually blamed me. And, you know, I lived in that home, too, and I'm not on trial, am I?
What does this mean for the kids that are victims?
You know what? These kids are doing great. They've got great parents. They've got great support systems. And people like her, they did not affect these kids long term, because we will take care of them.
What do you say to parents that trust other adults with their kids in a daycare situation?
I don't know what to say to them, because I can't say investigate, because I knew her my whole life. I couldn't do any more investigation. She's family. How much more investigation could you do? Be careful. Ask questions. Talk to your kids. Have the bad touch talk.
Did you ever think, did she ever let on at all that she had these weird fetishes?
Never. No. She has always been a very church-going girl. Even like she said, I will give her credit for what she said. She said she was a follower. She was. I knew that she was gullible. I knew that. I knew she was capable of living in denial. I stated that. But when you set up boundaries, it makes you the person that you are. And when you cross those boundaries and you've lost yourself, setting those boundaries is what makes you you.
And she stated that she quit ISTA.
She did not quit. She was fired.
She got fired for watching pornography on her computer.
Now, whether it was child or adult, I don't know. But she actually told us that she was fired on Valentine's Day.
What do you want her to think about if she sits in jail?
Oh, I want her to think about my kid. I want her to think about her kid. I want her to think about her kid. I want her to think about her daughter every day and all the things that she's missing with her child, because she chose to miss those things. She chose it. She brought it on herself.
You grew up with her. You guys kind of lost your innocence together the right way. What do you think about her doing this to your children?
What can you think? It's horrible. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing. It invokes anger. It invokes betrayal.
Took all the self-restraint not to jump over the rail and just...
It has taken a lot of self-restraint to sit in that courtroom every time she has been here. I will be here when Steve has gone to trial. I hope you guys will be here when he goes to trial. We will be there, and I plan on doing that again.
You had a message from your little boy. What was it?
He said that he was confused because of what she had forced him to do, something that he now knows that his father and I have told him that he wasn't supposed to know about until he was an adult. He wasn't supposed to experience it until he was an adult. He was confused by her actions. He trusted her. He grew up, he's 6 years old. He grew up for 5.5 years knowing her as a safe, trusting person. And then, boom, one day, she's not a safe, trusting person anymore.
Does the decision today bring about any closure for you?
I'm sorry?
Does today's decision bring about any sort of closure, the first step at all, mingling of closure?
A little bit. I feel good that I got to talk to her and say those things to her. It brings in another sense of impending doom that we have to go through it again with Steve. But I do feel good. I feel good that she's not getting out. She's not getting out. She will never see the sun again. Not in the way we will.
How old was your child?
My child was 1 at the time.
The 1-year-old. And to hear what happened to him out of the judge's mouth, it's real.
hard. It's hard to hear it over and over and over. It's not something that you want to think about every day. And I'm just ready for this to be over with because I just want to move on. I just want to take care of my son. And I don't want to have to wake up every day thinking about what happened to him. And I'm glad that this is coming to an end. And I'm glad that she's going to be sitting in there for the rest of her life.
Did you know her very well?
She was family. So, yes, she was like my sister. I spent every summer with her. She was not like this. We went to church together. She did everything with me. I had a mom, but she wasn't there for me. So she was like, she helped me, you know. She helped me grow up. And for her to do this is just, it's hard to even think about it. It's horrible.
Do you blame him? Do you blame Steve?
I blame both of them. You can't blame just one person. It takes two. And I think that she's just as much to blame as he is. I do. It's just hard. It's just hard to believe that this is happening.
And you're going through all this pain. What was it like to watch her just emotionless?
It breaks my heart. It just makes me realize even more that she's just as at fault as he is. To see her sit there with no feeling at all.
That's the most feeling I've seen out of her the whole time.
Yes.
So we've been there, and I don't believe that it was honest feeling. I believe it was fake feeling. Oh, look at me cry. Maybe the judge will have pity on me. It was not. Those were not true tears. I have seen her cry many times. Those were not true tears. Those were very, very fake tears.
What do you think would have been an appropriate sentence just because you weren't happy with that?
The death penalty? We still do that in Indiana, right?
And you wanted to jump over the railing?
Well, what you want to do and what you actually do
Is what keeps us out here and them in there. Having restraint on what you want to do, what you think about doing, and what you actually do is what separates the good guys and the bad guys. That's why we get to walk out of here today and go home to our children and our families and our support systems, and it's why she gets to go to the Indiana Correctional Penitentiary prison for the rest of her life.